Welcome to the big part of this project, which is deploying the WordPress application into the cluster. To store the data associated with our application, we want it to be connected with the Cloud SQL instance that we created previously. To access a Cloud SQL instance from an application running in Google Kubernetes Engine, we can use either a private IP address of the database instance or the Cloud SQL proxy Docker image. Though private IP is the easiest way to connect from Google Kubernetes Engine. However, the most secure option is using Cloud SQL proxy image. Before you can deploy our WordPress application, we need to create a service account. And we will also create a Kubernetes secret to hold the service account credentials and another secret to hold the database credentials. First, let's create a service account. Go to APIs and Services page. Then go to Credentials and click on Create Credentials button. Choose Service Account Key, then select New Service Account. Give a name to the service account, and role would be Cloud SQL Client. Make sure key type is JSON. If everything is okay, then click on Create. A JSON formatted file will be downloaded shortly. This file defines the details of the service account we just created. Now, create a secret that holds the details of the service account we just created. This secret will allow our application to connect to the Cloud SQL instance. Make sure this secret is associated with a JSON file that we just downloaded. Similarly, create a Kubernetes secret which holds the username and password of the database. This secret will let our application to access the database within the Cloud SQL instance. Now it's time to deploy our application. But before we deploy our application, we need to make some changes to our deployment manifest file. Open the deployment manifest file. Replace the instance connection name with the connection name of our Cloud SQL instance. You might be thinking, from where should I get this connection name? Well, to get the connection name, type in the terminal gcloud SQL instances describe command, followed by our Cloud SQL instance name, and press enter. You will see the connection name at the very top. Copy the connection name and replace the instance connection name here inside the deployment manifest file. And also change the name of the JSON file according to the JSON file we have downloaded previously. Save the file and exit from there. If everything is okay, then execute kubectl apply command to create the deployment. A pod, replica sets and deployments will be created shortly. Meanwhile, to expose the application to the outside world, we need to create a service for our application. The service definition is also provided for you inside WordPress service.yml file. Create the service with kubectl apply command. This will create a load balancer shortly. Wait until the load balancer is created. So the service has been created. We can see the IP address of the load balancer that can be used to access our application. Copy this IP address. We need it later on. Now, make sure by this time our pod is in running state. Now in the browser, access our application with the IP address we just copied. Our WordPress installation page will be visible shortly. That means we have successfully deployed our WordPress application in a Kubernetes cluster. Fill up this form to complete the installation. Once done, click on Install WordPress. The WordPress installation will be completed shortly. Now we can log into the admin page of our application by providing a username and password we have given in the previous form. So that's how we can deploy our application in the cluster using Google Kubernetes Engine and Cloud SQL. If you like this project, then thumbs up the course with 5 stars.